Ada?
A pleasure to see you again, sir. Are you ready to depart?
Time to hit the road.
Wonderful. I look forward to traveling with you. Let's hope the Mechanist hasn't mounted too large a force. It's always fascinating watching you create.
She's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in. This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing them back together. You think that was easy? Try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded. In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
No problem. I'm sure this only looks worse than it actually is.
I wish I had your confidence, because this is not going to be easy. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. And the first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
There's gotta be a way to solve that.
I do all the maintenance on the Pridwin, so you'd think it'd be a snap. As much as I hate to admit it, Prime's power systems are out of my league. Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brotherhood. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over a decade ago. I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with his power system, we can get the big guy moving.
If it looks dead, put one more in its head for good measure. Why take the chance?
Attention, Bravo 6-4, report to Armor Bay 2. Bravo 6-4 to Armor Bay 2.
How can I help you, Knight?
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
What changed your mind?
Nothing changed my mind. I promised you I'd return to the Brotherhood, and I've kept my end of the bargain.
You promised you'd help us.
You're right, I did. But you neglected to mention that I'd be asked to work on Liberty Prime. I've been down this road with the Brotherhood before. Why would I make the same mistake twice?
Why won't you help us with Liberty Prime?
I originally left the Brotherhood because I was tired of being stepped on and used. First, there was the Water Purification Project, designed to freely benefit the entire Capital Wasteland. Even though the Brotherhood allowed it to be activated, they wanted to control it. But that wasn't enough. They forced me to help design Liberty Prime. Turned my work into a weapon of war. I had enough, so I left. It's as simple as that.
Because we care what happens to the Commonwealth.
You know, if anyone else wearing a Brotherhood of Steel uniform said something like that, I'd laugh in their face. But coming from you, it sounds like you actually mean it. Tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back online, but we'll get it done.
Dr. Ingram said she needed the suit tested yesterday.
Yeah, just
you know what a 10-pound cockroach can do to a buoyancy regulator? Yes. You want to see the Brotherhood's greatest warship? All right. Just don't tell them now. Good. Firing. Not allowed. Unless you like getting shot, never turn back. You're an inspiration to us all, Knight. Do us proud.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming, isn't she? Doing this or what?
Did we make a mistake asking her to help?
Nah, don't worry about it. We might not be best buddies, but we'll get the job done. Besides, Dr. Lee's worth all the aggravation. We're working with one of Prime's original designers. I don't see it getting any better than that. In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuators.
Makes sense. You'll need some powerful electromagnets to get his arms and legs moving.
That's exactly right. Well, you're full of surprises, aren't you? What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Even if you know what the actuators are, you still need to know how to make them. These are the plans and the materials list. Don't lose them.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here at the airport. The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered magnet. According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the Commonwealth. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4. Good luck.
Oh man, if I'm late for muster one more time.
Out of your room.
Find anything useful?
That's done for once. Nothing there after all. nice cup of tea and a good lullaby. Please stand still.
Attention. Fugitive should be considered armed and dangerous. Warning. Dangerous fugitive is on the search. Complete. No hostile. Detected. Standing down.
Drinking is a code can help satiate
Intruder. Identify yourself. Going down.
Oh, exactly. Indeed.
Got it.
Excuse me, should you be out of
Swiftly and fairly. Kill.
I'll cover you, sir.
Kill. Clear. This is a lawful use of deadly force. Please direct complaints to your local law enforcement operators. Going up. Second floor. Please clear the area until order has been restored. Do not be alarmed. Law and order will be restored shortly. A lawful use of deadly force is in progress. Citizens are advised to area.
I hope you aren't expecting me to sort through this process.
Let's go.
Warning. Unknown by the Democratic Code. Initiating search for hostile target. Ground floor. Ground floor. Continuing search for fugitive. Going up. basement. Warning, dangerous fugitive is on the loose. Do not attempt to apprehend. Attention, fugitive should be considered armed and dangerous. Search complete. No hostiles detected. Standing down. Please remain calm if you are injured.